Okay, folks, this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to show you something new about my prediction about the 6/11 Elvis Seattle event. And let me just lay the groundwork for it first before I show you that new thing. Like I said, it's going to be a quick video. So you know that I told you that 42 is a special number, right? Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington is the 42nd state. Seattle, Washington's initials SW equals 42. S is the 19th letter. W is the 23rd letter, makes 42. Washington's original birthday was 2/11. Now they celebrate it on 2/22, but February 11th is the 42nd day of the year. And I told you Elvis is going to return in Seattle, Washington, and that's why everything is connected to that, right? And remember, I told you that Elvis returns in June, right? And June is the 42nd month. And if you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Because June is the 6th month, right? And if you come back around, the next time June comes around is 12 months later, it would be the 18th month. And then 12 months later, it'd be the 30th month. And 12 months later, it'd be the 42nd month. So June is even the 42nd month. And I told you that Seattle is the seat of King County. Okay, that's what they call it. Seattle is in King County, and Elvis was known as the king. And Elvis was the first famous person to make a movie about the Space Needle. As soon as the Space Needle opened back in the early 60s, Elvis made a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair. And notice Elvis's name is knocking down the Space Needle. Because I told you there's going to be a catastrophic event in Seattle on or around June 11th. Okay? And somehow Elvis manifests. And look at this. Elvis swinging higher than the Space Needle. Look at that. Like I said, Elvis is the beast that rises out of the sea in Seattle. And everything that Elvis does is connected to a needle. Okay, I'm not going to get into all that. But the Space Needle in Seattle opened on April 21st, 1962. And Queen Elizabeth, you know, the Queen of England, look at it. It was her birthday's on the same day the Space Needle opened, April 21st, but 1926. The other one was 1962, same numbers. But April 21st, 421. And 421 is the 111th day of the year, and it would leave 254 days in the year. I wonder what the 254th day of the year is. The 254th day of the year is 9/11, September 11th. Do you see that? And now it has a connection to a disaster. Do you get what I'm saying? And I told you the next 9/11 is going to be on 6/11, June 11th, when Elvis becomes the beast out of the sea, the phoenix rising. Anyway, Bush was president during 9/11, and the word Bush equals the exact same as the word June in Gematria. Look, here's the word Bush. It equals 50, 14, 58, 22. And here's the word June. Equals the exact same, 50, 14, 58, 22. Bush equals June. So do you see how I just connected, you know, the 6/11, the 9/11, because it's the upside down. Bush equals June. September 11th is the backwards date of April 21st. You understand? April 21st has 111 days in the year. There's 254 days remaining. 254 days is September 11th. And it's connected to the Queen, who was born on April 21st, and to the Space Needle that opened on April 21st. And like I said, Elvis is going to return in Seattle, Washington. And here's the new info. You see this building right here? This building is in London, and that's why I'm bringing all this up, because the Queen, you know, she's the Queen of England, right, where London is. This building is called Tower 42. You see, Tower 42, and it's in London, and it's got the, you know, the 42 number, right, and it's a tower, just like the Twin Towers. You understand what I'm telling you? And the Space Needle is an observation tower. Anyway, this is called London Tower 42. And I told you Elvis is connected to the 42. Washington is the 42 state. And look, it opened on June 11th. This Tower 42. There's your 611 connection. And the Queen had something to do with it. She was the one who opened the building. And opened on June 11, 1981 by Queen Elizabeth. Like I said, Elvis makes some kind of, he manifests somehow in Seattle on 611. And lastly, what is the address for this London Tower? Look at this. The Tower 42 is located on 25 Old Broad. It's the Old Broad. Yeah, you know they're talking about the Queen, the Old Broad. Anyway, you know why I'm bringing this up? This Broad Street? Because the Space Needle is located on Broad Street. I told you. If you read the Bible, you'll understand. Look what it says. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. That's what this is about. Broad is the way. And I just told you that Tower 42 is on Broad Street and the Space Needle is on Broad Street. And you know, the first job I ever had was at 911 Wilshire Boulevard. And after 9/11 happened, they changed the address. But I'm not talking about this place. The first job, like I told you, was at 9/11. You see that? That was my first job. Anyway, the next job I ever had was at the Broadway department store. I just told you about the broad way that leads to destruction. And you know what store number I was working at? You see where it says Glendale? Oops, sorry, hold on. You see where it says Glendale? I was working at the Glendale one. And look, it had opened on August 8th, it says. The 8/8. That's an important thing. But look what the store number was. 33. Can you believe that I was working at the number 33 Broadway? Sorry about the bad quality, folks. You know, this is what happens when you're using cheap equipment. Anyway, like I said, I live in Glendale, California. And you know where I live is known as the Jewel City. Jewel. The Jewel City. Anyway, back to my two predictions. Okay, I told you. The one prediction is Elvis somehow manifests after a catastrophic event in Seattle on June 11th. And Trump gets his head wound in Ohio on August 4th. Okay? I'm 100% about the date that he gets his head wound on August 4th, which is Obama's birthday. And most likely 99% in Ohio. Okay? And speaking of that 8/4, Queen Elizabeth's mother, the Queen Mother she's called. This is the Queen's mother, is born on August 4th. You see how everything's got a connections to my videos? Even Prince William was baptized on August 4th. He wasn't born August 4th. He was born 6/21. 6/21. But he was baptized on August 4th. And lastly, George Washington became a master mason on August 4th. You see that? Everything is connected to my predictions and my videos. Look at that. And you have the big G right above him. Because they think that George Washington is God. Because he was the father of our country, right? August 4th. So like I said, don't mix up my predictions. Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, Obama's birthday. Elvis somehow manifests in Seattle around June 11th. Okay, between June 11th and June 14th. June 14th is Trump's birthday. And June 12th is George Bush Sr.'s birthday. So that's why I said anytime between June 11th and June 14th, Elvis manifests in Seattle. All right, folks. End of video.